Imagine, if you will, your next practice session, and you never once have to bend over and put a ball on the tee. There's an outstanding new innovation called Power Tee, and I have a feeling you will soon be seeing this at a range near you. Let's take a look. For those of you who love to practice off of mats, I don't know who you are, because I can't stand it. But what if there was a better way? What if there was a better way to have the ball automatically adjusted to the height that you want it and really get more out of your practice session? And that's what Martin's here to tell us about with Power Tee. I've heard a lot about Power Tee, believe it or not.
Oh,
so
great.
Now I'm excited to get a first-hand look at it. What's Power Tee all about?
Power Tee is really, it's a practice training aid. So it's about learning how to hit the ball that suits you, a way that suits you. Our brand ambassador is Jim Furyk. He has a very unique swing, but obviously one of the most profitable swings in golf. And that's really our practice ethos, is find what works for you and then repeat it. And Power Tee is an apparatus that allows you to really work on your game in a very controlled environment and figure out what works for you.
I think we will be seeing this Power Tee setup at ranges all over the place. So I'm going to grab a club and you can walk me through what we're seeing here with Power Tee, all right? Tell us all about it.
So with Power Tee, you get your balls, you pour them in here. The ball then comes up on the tee.
Comes up automatically.
So automatically the machine will start, the ball will come up, and then you can set your tee height with this button here.
Okay, so I don't even have to bend over.
You don't have to bend
You're
over.
taking away the bending over fun.
Absolutely.
So if I want it higher, I'm hitting this button.
No, the one below it.
The one below it.
That's it. Just dab it, and it'll step.
It goes
and
one
step
step at a time.
and step.
So I'm going to get up to driver height or even
now, if
higher.
you go back down to the bottom, if you want a different tee height, you can just hold that button in, and then what it'll do is it'll go up by very small steps.
It's kind of inching its way or millimetering.
And then when you get to exactly the height you like, you stop, let go, and it'll remember that height.
And now if I take a few swings at this height, it's going to remember that and come back to it when the next ball comes out, right?
Yeah, sure.
So let me throw one. Now I've got an iron. It's a little bit high for that. So let me take her down.
Yeah.
We'll just take a swing. It's still a little bit high, but we'll take a swing. I want you all to see how convenient Power Tee is. So there's one. Now, normally I would be back to the bucket. I'd be down, put it down. It came right back to the same height.
So what you'll find is Power Tee really allows you to focus on what you're doing with the golf club. The ball is always clean, the club face is always clean. So whatever you do is going to result in the shot you get. There's no ambient conditions that are changing. Obviously, as the club gets dirty when you're practicing off grass, you change the spin rate that you put on the ball. With this, the spin rate will remain constant.
All right, let's try one more. Let's hit a little bigger club and raise that tee height up a little bit. You know, I'm usually a fairly slow learner, but this is actually pretty quick to adapt to, really.
Yeah, oh, it's lovely. When you get used to practicing on this, it's so much more informative.
Can I also blame the Power Tee if this shot's no good?
Of course.
Well, the good news is on camera, you can't really see where that ended up. So I'll just tell everybody it was about 340 with a nice tight draw.
Yeah.
One more here. And so, Martin, as we wrap things up, for those who are watching who are a part of a practice facility of a range, what's the cost for the Power Tee setup, and what does it include? Is it just this squared in area?
Yep, and the control panels and the installation.
Okay.
We do all the service and we replace the mats regularly, so they're always in good condition.
Ugh. And I need to practice a lot more. And generally speaking, what's retail look like for
We
this?
rent them to golf facilities for $8 a day, so there's no capital outlay.
Wow.
And the way the golf facility generally digests that is they'll charge an extra $1 a bucket for your balls.
Can I get some lessons while I'm doing it as well? This is what you get for being in a winter state and coming down to take swings cold. All right, one more. We got to hit one that feels moderately good.
And if you think about it, when you're about to go and play, you want maximum confidence. You want to be hitting the ball well. And if you've got a tired, beaten up grass tee line, it's really hard to play your A game before you go practice.
Well,
so it's a great confidence tool.
Thanks for the tour of
Okay,
Power Tee. It's
thank
great
you.
to meet you.
Andrew.
And now for those of you involved in the world of practice and facilities, you've got an idea that you can work on. Power Tee is really quite convenient. And at $8 a day, I don't know how you can go wrong. Thanks so much.
Thank you.